Hi Virgo, I'm Pam and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for March 2021. This month I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Virgo Sun, Virgo Ascendant, and Virgo Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, please be sure to watch your cusp sign, because some months your psychic messages and predictions are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. So all that being said, Virgo, now on to your March 2021 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have, Virgo, is the Devil, and the Devil is being addicted to something. You could have some kind of addiction you're trying to get rid of. It could be somebody you're connected to has an addiction. This could also be feeling trapped and bound to an unhealthy relationship, or addicted to an unhealthy relationship, or trapped or bound or addicted to an unhealthy situation. I do feel like you're trying hard to disconnect yourself or untrap yourself from something that feels binding to you in March. You may have had words with somebody, or had words with somebody recently that is like weighing heavily on your mind and concerning to you. So you have to ask yourself, who have you recently had that kind of like a conversation that's made you feel that way? You may feel like you want out of an unfriendly situation, or where you feel it's an unhealthy, unfriendly atmosphere. This could be a job. It could be a roommate situation. It could be a living situation that you're in. I feel like you know there's challenges coming at you because something is changing. So this could be at a place where you work. Maybe you know there's changes coming and it's going to be too challenging for you. This could be in your own business. If you own your own business and things out in the world have been changing, and now new rules, laws, regulations, protocols are going to make things too challenging for your business. It could even be in a family situation. Maybe somebody is moving into your home and it's going to be challenging because now it's going to change the situation, and that change will be challenging. You may be witnessing where people are taking advantage of other people, or taking advantage of a situation, and you don't like it and you want it to be stopped. You know, this could even happen like if you're in a custody battle with your children, you know, with your ex, and they could be using your children as pawns, or you may have a custody arrangement and then you feel like your child is being abused in some way, maybe emotional abuse or some other type of abuse, and you want to stop it, but you know, you're going to have to go through the channels of how to stop it. So some of this could have to do with job changes, company changes, impositions going on out in the world by protocols and rules and regulations that are going to affect your business, or it could have to do with custody. And feeling like it could even happen in job situations where you're witnessing coworkers or other people, or even yourself, getting abused by your boss, overworked or unfair treatment, not healthy work conditions, any one of those things. Those are all the things that came up to me with this card. You've got the Four of Rods next. This is marriage. It could be you attending a wedding, you throwing a wedding. It could be your marriage. It could be you getting married. It could be a celebration you're attending. It could be a celebratory conclusion to something. It could also be success coming to you in springtime. Somebody in your life, for some of you, somebody is getting married, whether it's you, your child, your grandchild, a sibling, one of your parents. If they're divorced, they could be getting remarried, but you got somebody in your family, looks to me like, is getting married. This is a happy occasion. Lots of people are going to be happy. It could happen in what my guides are calling for me is summertime, which would be June, July, August, and part of September. So I really feel June is likely. It feels to me more like May, June, but my guides did say summertime. But I really feel June is the month here. And you may be directly involved in this. You may be helping with the preparations. If it's one of your kids, you may be paying for it. But I get like doing helpful preparation. Maybe if there's anything creative that needs to go on, like floral decorations or other types of decorations, or preparing the food or playing the music, Virgo, you may be involved in one of those areas. So in March, you may be starting to work on it. Or maybe the wedding is happening in March. For some of you, I really don't feel it's March. I feel like it's in the future, but you could start doing a lot of preparation in March. Some of you have a new relationship that could be budding or blooming in March that could eventually lead to marriage. Some of you may even be taking some kind of classes or courses that are connected to do with love and love relationships. Maybe it's astrology courses. There's many people on YouTube that put astrology courses together. And so maybe you're taking one that has to directly to do with love and relationships. But maybe it's not about astrology. It could be somebody that's putting together a program about, love and relationships are a mystery to a lot of people. So it could be the psychology behind how we deal with love and relationships. Or, because I get, for some of you, it's some kind of course or class involving it. If you're going to be the one proposing to someone, you could be like working on that proposal. Like thinking about, how am I going to do it? What am I going to say? Where am I going to do it? When? How? All of that. So some of you could be planning on proposing to someone else. So those are the things I got from the Four of Rods cards. The next card you have is the Sun, and this is returning to the joys and exuberance of childhood happiness. It could be the birth of a child. It could indicate love. It could be the spotlight being on you. It could be success in the material world. Some of you might attend some party or gathering or some kind of celebration. Could be a birthday party for a child. So you could have, one of your grandkids or one of your kids or somebody you're close to could be having a birthday celebration for a child, somebody in your family. And this, I feel like if it's a celebration for a child, I feel like they're young. I feel like very young, like either a baby or elementary school age. I don't feel like this is for an older child, but it could be. Some of you are going to start doing some kind of practice early in the morning, like Tai Chi, yoga, meditation, or a combination of those things at sunrise. So some of you are going to start doing something in regard to those areas: health, meditation, wellness, yoga, Tai Chi, anything like that at sunrise. Some of you that have children may want to enlist the help of someone to help you raise a child. You might have to hire a babysitter, a nanny, or some expert in child development. Maybe you have some concerns over your child or grandchild, and you want them to be seen by somebody, but you may just need a babysitter, a nanny, or part-time. Or you could be starting to do that job yourself. Either you're looking for somebody to do it, or you could be putting yourself out there as available to do that kind of work. I do feel that some of you Virgos are going to be getting very involved in the rearing of a child. So it could be a child you adopt, It could be a child you give birth to. It could be one of your children having a child, and now you're going to really be involved in the rearing of this child. They could live close to you, or they could live with you, and you could be directly involved in it. So you have a lot of things, which is interesting to me because the Sun card doesn't usually mean that to me. But this is what's coming up for Virgos in March. Some of you are going to have some kind of talent or skill that gets recognized. And some kind of opportunity or offer could come from this recognition of your skills or talents. And I feel it's going to make you really, really happy and make you feel kind of free, because this could be some kind of cherished goal or dream or wish that you've had. And it's kind of coming to fruition here, like it's getting fulfilled. So that's a good sign for you with the Sun card. So you had quite a lot of things come up with the Sun card in March. You know, you have like a lot of good cards, and you have you have 3 good cards and 2 weird cards. Here's your other weird card. We have to see why you got that. 9 of Swords. This is grieving the loss of a love relationship, like a breakup. It could also be grieving the loss of something else. This could also be not feeling well, sleepless nights, migraine headaches. You could also be worried about somebody else not feeling well when the 9 of Swords comes up. I feel that something is a shambles. Something you cared about broke apart and is now a shambles. For some of you, it could be some valuable object. Maybe you had this really rare vase or a sculpture or a piece of technology or something of value that gets broken or shattered. I feel some of you, it's that. For some of you, it could be like a relationship that's getting shattered. You may also be trying to hide your emotions and feelings from everybody around you because you may not want them to pick apart or try to dissect what's going on with you. So anything that you feel shattered or upset or depressed about, you may be really going to the umpteenth degree to not let on that this is how you feel, because you don't want to deal with the people trying to dig into what's going on with you. You may also feel like there's been a lot of injustices or unfair treatment that's gone on and headed toward you. And this could be, you know, in a job situation. It could also be in a love relationship. But I get like the swords, like to me in the card for you that applies to, it represents like one thing after another that you feel was like unfair treatment or injustices that were levied your way. So the 9 of Swords is coming up here with quite a few things also. You may also have put your foot in your mouth. Be careful of what you say in March, because I get, when I look at this card, another message that comes up to me is, I can't believe that I said that. So be very careful, because, you know, once you say something, you can't unring that bell. So be very careful of what you say, because I pick up you saying, I can't believe I said that. So you could, you know, think of all the people you could missay something to and misspeak. That could be a lot of people. I definitely keep getting the message that you are not letting there's information or things going on with you that you don't want to let people in on what's going on. I got that a couple of times now. You might have even been joking around and saying some kind of sarcastic comment, and that somebody takes it horribly wrong. So you have to be careful about that. You may also feel like your energy is really depleted and drained in March. You may catch a cold or not feel well, but it may be just that your energy is drained. So now here you go. Now you got a good one. It's like up, down with you today. You've got the Magician next. This is what is in the ethers, you can manifest into physical reality. What's in the spiritual plane and in your mind, you can manifest into the physical plane. And you have all the tools in front of you with which to do so. So your manifesting abilities are going to be quite strong in the month of March. You may even start doing some kind of teaching, training, or educating of others in March. This could happen in your, in your work. Maybe you do it for work, but they could be asking you to do this for work, and maybe you didn't do it before. It could also be, maybe you have a business and you want to start getting more clients and customers to come to your business, so you're going to offer some kind of classes, or perhaps you're going to start teaching, like coaching. Maybe you know how to speak a language, so maybe you're going to start tutoring people in a language, or coaching kids, or coaching people in something that you are really good at and you know how to do, and you may start doing that in March. Any kind of bombastic relationship you've been having with anyone, especially romantic, I feel it's going to take a turn for the better and start going in your favor. Sometimes your mind is almost like a prison for you, Virgo, where maybe you can sometimes be your own worst enemy because of you get overwhelmed in your mind, or you let things run away with you in your mind. I feel like in the past you've second-guessed yourself, but I get that I really feel like you've gotten past it, because I get your self-confidence level is very high, or getting better and improving in March. I feel like if you own your own business, you're also going to start to see some other things turn for the better, because I see things where you've planted seeds or done any kind of networking or connections that you've tried to get going out in the world are starting to bear fruit for you. So any kind of, like I said, networking or connections that you've been making along the way, they start to give you some kind of benefit in March. This is a weird message. If you have had issues with retaining fluid, and this could be to do with some surgery you had, maybe that you had edema in an area, or maybe your just body in general was retaining fluid, I feel like that stops happening and starts getting released and leaving in March of 2021. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Virgos to put on your third eye chakra when you meditate, or your throat chakra, or your heart chakra, but best to wear in a beaded bracelet or a pendant. You get the most benefit and energy from the stone when you're touching it. The most frequencies and vibrations come from the stone when you touch it, or you put it under your pillow. You got lapis, and lapis is the same gemstone for March that Aquarius got. So you and Aquarius both got lapis. It's going to help you open your mind to being able to see the big picture. If you've had any issues with your kidneys, this would be a good stone for, I don't know if it would be good all the time, but this is the stone I got for March, and they're bringing up any issues with your kidneys. If you had kidney infections, or any kidney stones, or anything like that, it could be helpful to your kidneys. It's also going to do something to your aura, where and I'm not saying you don't look like $1 million. You may always look like $1 million, but it's going to really make your aura sparkle and shine. So people are going to be like, ooh, what's Virgo got going on? It's also going to help you be more relatable to people. So people that you have to work with, do business with, teach, instruct, or co-workers, even bosses, or especially anybody you have to teach or counsel, or your children, it's going to help you to be able to relate to people in general better. So this could be a really good gemstone for you, considering the things you had going on in March. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense.
As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me on a variety of very specific topics using different divination tools, you can get my Vimeo videos, which I post the most recent links below, down in the description box in the Show More section, or you can get them on my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Go to the videos tab on my menu, and there you will see all the video series I have done and the descriptions, and you just click on the sign you want, the zodiac sign you want, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Now, some of the most recent video series links I have posted below. As always, every month I do psychic crystal readings for whatever month we're in for each sign of the zodiac. So if you want to get a continuation of this reading and for March of 2021 for your sign, you can get that psychic crystal reading by clicking on that link below. Some of the other most recent video series I've recorded is my Big Love Psychic Tarot and Crystal readings for 2021 for both singles and couples. That's a very popular series. It's usually one of my most requested series. That link is below this video. They're also very popular has been my Saturn in Aquarius Psychic Tarot and Crystal readings. Those predictions start in December 17th of 2020 and go all the way for 3 years out until March 7th of 2023. Many people have written me and found that they were very accurate and interesting for them. But remember, those predictions are going to take 3 years to come out. So if you want to see what's going on there, you might want to check out the Saturn in Aquarius readings. Also, we are still in the process of the two eclipses that we experienced. First one is the full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini, November 30th, 2020. Psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings for each sign of the zodiac. Those predictions go out 6 months, so they go all the way until May of 2021. If you haven't checked them out yet, you might want to. And then I use the exact same format for the eclipse that we had in December, solar eclipse in Sagittarius, December 14th, 2020. That is also psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings, same format as the other eclipse readings. And those predictions go out until the end of May or the beginning of June of 2021. Also, if you haven't gotten it yet, my psychic tarot readings for the year of 2021 for each zodiac sign, there's 14 tarot cards that I pulled for each sign and gave you predictions and messages there. If you haven't checked them out, that link is also below in the description box in the Show More section. If you would like to help support the readings I do here and on my channel, you can donate to my channel with the PayPal link that I have posted below underneath all the different video series I've mentioned. And I truly appreciate those who have been very generous and donated. It does help a lot, and I do appreciate it. So thank you so much for that. If you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook, The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC also on Facebook, and The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. I use a variety of divination tools and give you psychic predictions and messages there. Many people ask me, well, what sign? You're not doing it by the sign. It's just like one reading. I believe if you're directed to go look at it, you're going to get some messages and predictions that will apply to you. And they're not just for the day I post the prediction. They could be a week out, 2 weeks out, a couple months out. It all depends on what my spirit guides say and what card I've pulled or what crystal I've used or what oracle card I've used. So you have to see what's going on over there, and I would love to see you on my social media pages. So I hope you have an absolutely outstanding and amazing month of March. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.